Hello guys and welcome to Creative Arts Academy. In this video, we will be exploring the hidden tags, especially for PC users. If we check our previous videos, we've been talking about tags for mobile phone users, HTML tags for mobile phone users, and this video is practically for PC users. So the software we're making use of is VS Code, Visual Studio Code, and if you come here, create a new file. So I'll create a new file especially for this, and I'll name it anonymous.html. Always, since it's HTML, we are working with .html, and I will click on enter. So here I have a blank space. Now the shortcut to bring out those syntax is using your shift and one. So shift and one, this will appear. So you click on enter and then your syntax will appear. Is very simple shortcut. I guess you understood what I did there. Shift and one. At the same time, we'll be exploring the heading tags. We say we have in HTML we have 6 heading tags, H1 to H6. H1 to H6. Now this video will be quite organized, more than that of the mobile phone users, because this is the real deal, the PC users. So we have H1. If you type page, you can see it will come out there. So just click H1, enter. We have the H2. So first of all, let's see what this H1 can do. Now in this HTML, for each opening tag, there is a corresponding closing tag. Though in a special video will be created to explore the basics, most of these basics and most of these little things you need to know about HTML, the inline and block element and all of that. But for this video, we'll be focusing mainly on the heading tags. So we have H1, and let's see what this H1 can do. We come here, we type let's say tech. So let's go and view what we just did. You can see the size of the tech. Now let's use H2. Let's use H2 and type that same tech. Come here. You can see that the size has reduced. I want you guys to observe something. So you can see the difference between H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, and H6. Now let me use H3 for this same thing. Tech. You can see it has also reduced. Now the H3 is smaller than H2, H2 is smaller than H1, and I'll just proceed to input all of them. H4, tech, H5, tech, H6, tech. Now let's go to our live server. You can see this now. H6, which is this, is actually very small. So one thing you should notice, as you increase in number, the size of the font decreases, or the size of the heading decreases. So H1 is the largest, whereas H6 is the smallest. These are the 6 heading tags we have. The difference is in their sizes. H1 is the largest, whereas H6 is the smallest. I guess the explanation is very clear. So just note that the H1 is the largest, whereas H6 is the smallest. There are most cases where you might want to use the H1 for heading. There are most cases where you might want to use the H2. There are most cases you might want to use the H3. So the reason for bringing out these different variations of the heading tag is to fit in properly wherever you want to use it, because there are most cases you might want to use the heading tag, but not something as large as this, as the H1. So you might want to use something maybe smaller than the H1. You can proceed to use the H2, and you might want to use something very very small. You proceed to use the H6. So that is everything about heading tag for this class. See you in the next video. If you enjoy, subscribe, like, and if you have any question, drop it in the comment section.